Detailed analysis. Secrets to reading people without them knowing. Have you ever wondered how to peer straight into someone's soul without them suspecting a thing? In a world brimming with masks, where people perform like Oscar-worthy actors, the ability to read others is nothing short of a superpower. The video, the mysterious method to understand others' minds, isn't just a guide, it's the key to unlocking the hidden chambers of the human mind. Guided by the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophy, join me as we flip through the pages of this invisible book, where each chapter delivers a shock, a raw truth, and a lesson that will forever change how you see the world. 1. The "tell me more" technique, the secret weapon that makes people spill everything. Can you believe that 3 simple words, "tell me more," can unlock anyone's deepest secrets without them even realizing it? This isn't magic. It's a razor-sharp psychological trick honed by the stillness of Stoic wisdom. Picture this. You're arguing with a friend about whether pineapple belongs on pizza. Instead of diving into a verbal brawl, you flash a smile and say, "Tell me more." What happens next will blow your mind. They start with pizza, but within minutes, you're hearing a life story, childhood family dinners, fears of abandonment, even a bizarre memory of hating pineapple after choking on it once. From a petty debate, you've stepped into their inner world, raw, real, and unguarded. Why does this work so well? Because humans crave being heard. In a world where everyone's rushing to speak, your silence becomes a drug that lures them into shedding their outer shell. I once used this trick in a tense negotiation. My opponent, a tough businessman, was pushing his terms hard. Instead of fighting back, I just sat there, nodded, and said, "Tell me more." He started explaining, then slowly revealed the real reason. His company was on the brink of collapse, and he needed this deal to survive. I didn't have to battle. He handed me his entire strategy. All because I knew how to listen. But this isn't just a ploy to gain the upper hand. Stoicism teaches us that empathy isn't tied to manipulation. When you truly listen, you don't just read people. You forge a genuine connection. You become that rare person who makes them feel safe, understood, and in that moment, you don't just glimpse their true self. You learn to let go of your own ego. Try it. Next time someone's talking, don't interrupt. Just say, "Tell me more," and watch the magic unfold. 2. Watch how they treat the powerless, unmasking them in a flash. Want to know who someone really is? Don't look at how they treat you. Look at how they treat those they deem beneath them. This is a jaw-dropping truth. A knife slicing through the polished facades people wear. A friendly smile for you might be an act, but the contempt they show a waiter or a janitor, that's the real them. I once worked with a colleague everyone called likable. He was polite in meetings, always grinning at the boss. But one day, over lunch, I saw something chilling. He snapped at the waiter over lukewarm soup, his tone dripping with superiority, as if the guy was society's trash. It hit me. His kindness was reserved for those who could benefit him. With anyone useless in his eyes, he didn't bother hiding his arrogance. This is the ultimate character test. Someone who's nice to you but rude to others isn't good, they're calculating. When there's no social pressure, when they think no one important is watching, their true self emerges like a ghost. Stoicism teaches us to observe without judgment. And this is one of the clearest lenses. A person who's kind to the janitor or thanks the bus driver, that's someone worth trusting. But someone who bows to power and tramples the weak, beware. Their fakeness runs deeper than you think. Think about your own life. Does your partner smile at you but snap at store clerks? Does your boss pat your back but belittle junior staff? That's not a bad mood. It's the raw truth of their pride and insecurity. Stoicism reminds us, how you treat others mirrors how you see yourself. The kind don't need to step on others to feel tall, only the weak do. 3. The past is the key, the hidden force behind every action. Think the past is gone? Think again. The past never truly leaves. It's the silent puppeteer pulling the strings of every thought, action, and emotion. Want to understand someone? Dig into their history, because it's the blueprint for who they are today. This is a controversial truth. We don't move on. We carry our past like an invisible shadow. I had a friend who was always on edge, always defensive. At first, I chalked it up to personality. But when I learned her story, betrayed by loved ones, raised in poverty, constantly proving herself, everything clicked. Her sharpness wasn't random, it was armor against being hurt again. The past doesn't just explain, it shapes. Think about your ex. Why were they so jealous? Maybe they'd been cheated on. Why does your coworker crave praise? Perhaps they grew up ignored. Stoicism teaches us to see things as they are. And the past is the lens to see clearly. But this isn't an excuse for bad behavior, it's a key to understanding. And sometimes helping them break free. The scary part? Most people are trapped in their past without knowing it. They repeat mistakes, fears, like a scratched record. But if you're sharp enough to spot it, you don't just get them, you might help them face their ghosts. That's the real power of Stoic observation, not just to shield you, but to lift others up. 4. Tone shifts, the alarm bell of lies. Ever notice someone's voice change, confident to hesitant, cheerful to strained, and feel something's off? That's no coincidence. When someone's tone wavers, it's their body screaming, something's not right here. This is one of the fastest ways to catch a liar hesitation. And it'll send shivers down your spine when you see the truth. I worked with a smooth-talking colleague once. But one day, when I asked about a project's progress, his voice dropped, words stumbling. I knew instantly. He'd done nothing and was covering it up. Why? Because when we lie, our mind and body clash. The brain tries to hold the story. But the voice, it betrays everything. A stutter, a pitch spike, a pause too long. Those are red flags you can't ignore. Try it next time you're chatting. When they shift from lively to flat, or calm to rushed, ask yourself, what are they hiding? It's not just lies, it reveals insecurity, uncertainty. Stoicism teaches us to listen beyond words to how they're said. And here's the twist, you do it too. Next time you lie or waver, hear your own voice, it'll rat you out before you know it. 5. Unseen moments. Stripping away the mask. Want to know someone's true self? Don't watch them on life's stage. Watch when they think no one's looking. This is the scariest truth. The real person only shows up in the dark. When the spotlight's off, they might smile at you. But how do they treat others when they turn away? I once saw a manager who was perfect around the boss, polite, composed. But when the boss left, she morphed, barking, belittling the team. That wasn't a bad day, it was her real self. Unmasked. In love, too. Your partner might charm you on dates. But how do they treat strangers when you're not watching? That's the truth. Stoicism says true character is how you act when no one claps. Someone kind when unseen. That's worth cherishing. But someone good only with an audience, that's an actor. Not a person. Watch these moments, they're the truest mirror. 6. Emotions, the window to the soul. Finally, to know what matters to someone, watch their emotional reactions. A sudden outburst, a beaming smile, a worried frown. These are unfiltered signals. I saw a calm colleague explode when his project was critiqued. Why? It wasn't just work, it was his heart and soul. Emotions are a compass to a person's core values. Your partner freaks out when you cancel plans? Time with you is their priority. Your friend lights up about a hobby? That's their passion. Stoicism teaches us to observe these cues, not to manipulate, but to understand and to reflect on ourselves. What angers you? What delights you? That's how you uncover yourself through others' lens. Conclusion. The power of Stoic observation. Reading people isn't a power game, it's an art of living. These 6 secrets, from tell me more to emotional cues, don't just let you see through others, they bring you closer to yourself. Stoicism doesn't teach manipulation, but observation, empathy, and authenticity. Use them, and you'll see, the world's no longer a stage of masks, it's an open book, waiting for you to read.